If you're learning coding, avoid these. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Copying code without understanding it. Copying code isn't the problem. Copying it without understanding it is the problem. That habit quietly blocks your growth as a programmer. Here's why. 1. You don't actually learn. If you paste code and it just works, your brain skips the hard part, thinking. Later, when something breaks, you're stuck. Real programming skill, understanding why the code works. 2. You can't debug problems. Bugs are normal. But if you didn't write or understand the code, you won't know where the issue is. You won't know how to fix it. You become dependent on others. You can't modify or improve it. Clients or your own project will need changes. Add a feature. Fix a logic issue. Optimize performance. If you copied blindly, even small changes become difficult. 4. You build weak fundamentals. Programming is like building a house. Logic equals foundation. Syntax equals tools. Copying skips the foundation, gives everything becomes shaky. 5. You may introduce hidden problems. Copied code can have security issues. Performance problems, outdated methods. Without understanding, you won't notice. So what should you do instead? It's okay to copy, but do this. Read every line. Ask, why is this here? Try to rewrite it yourself. Break it and fix it. Better mindset. Instead of, let me copy code. Think, let me understand how this works and rebuild it. Simple truth. Copying code makes things faster today. Understanding code makes you better forever. Mistake 2. Not practicing regularly. Not practicing regularly is one of the fastest ways to stall your progress as a programmer. Coding is a skill, and like any skill, it fades without use. 1. You forget what you learned. Programming isn't just knowledge, it's muscle memory for your brain. If you don't practice, syntax becomes unfamiliar, logic feels harder. You'll keep relearning the same things again and again. 2. You become slow. Even simple tasks start taking longer, writing loops, debugging errors, structuring code. Regular practice keeps your thinking sharp and fast. 3. Problem solving gets weak. Programming is mostly about solving problems. Without practice, you struggle to break problems down. You don't see patterns quickly. 4. You lose confidence. When you stay away too long, you start doubting yourself. You hesitate to build projects. Confidence comes from doing, not just knowing. 5. You don't improve. You may know things, but you won't get better at real-world coding. You won't build real projects. Practice turns knowledge into skill. You don't need long hours, just consistency. Write code, not just watch tutorials. Build small things. Login system, calculator. Simple website. Simple truth. No practice gives slow, confused, stuck. Regular practice gives fast, confident, skilled. Mistake 3. Ignoring error messages. Ignoring error messages is one of the quickest ways to stay stuck as a programmer. Those messages aren't just noise. They're the system telling you exactly what's wrong. 1. Errors are clues, not enemies. Every error message contains useful info. What went wrong? Where it happened, line number. Sometimes even how to fix it. Ignoring it is like ignoring directions when you're lost. 2. You'll waste more time. If you skip the error, you start guessing. You try random fixes. That usually makes things worse and slower. 3. You won't learn debugging. Debugging is a core skill in programming. If you ignore errors, you never learn how to trace problems. You depend on copying solutions again. 4. Small problems become big ones. A tiny error can lead to broken features, security issues, crashes later. Fixing early is always easier. 5. You repeat the same mistakes. When you don't read errors, you don't understand what caused them. You keep making the same mistake again. Always read the error message. Like when you see undefined variable $name on line 12. This tells you, problem, variable not defined. Location, line 12. Simple truth. Ignoring errors gives confusion, bugs, slow growth. Facing errors gives skill, confidence, mastery. Mistake 4. Trying to learn everything at once. Trying to learn everything at once sounds ambitious, but in programming it usually backfires. It spreads your focus so thin that nothing really sticks. 1. Your brain gets overloaded. Programming already has a lot. Syntax, logic, tools. If you add too much at once, your brain can't process it properly. Result: confusion instead of clarity. 2. You forget quickly. When you jump between many topics, you don't practice any one deeply. You forget what you just learned. It becomes a cycle of learn, gives, forget, gives, repeat. 3. No strong foundation. You need a solid base, logic. One language. If you rush into everything, your basics stay weak. Advanced topics become harder. 4. You become inconsistent. You start many things, tutorials, courses, projects, but finish none. That kills progress. 5. You get frustrated and overwhelmed. Too much information leads to stress, lack of direction. Make sure you understand before moving on. Build small projects, login system, shopping cart, simple website, simple truth. Learn everything at once gives confusion, slow growth. Learn step by step gives clarity, real skill. Mistake 5. Giving up too quickly. Giving up quickly is one of the biggest blockers in programming. The hard part isn't just learning code, it's pushing through. Confusion and failure. Default text. 1. Programming is built on struggle. Even experienced developers get stuck. Errors, bugs, code not working. If you quit at the first difficulty, you never reach the point where things start making sense. 2. You stop right before the breakthrough. Most of the time, you're very close to solving the problem, but frustration makes you quit too early. That moment only comes if you keep going. 3. You never build problem-solving skills. Programming is about thinking, trying, failing, fixing. If you give up, you skip the learning process. Your problem-solving stays weak. 4. It kills confidence. Each time you quit, you start believing, I can't do this. Follow for more coding tips and tutorials.